Hey, tight ends and wings and Coach Ben. I wanted to touch base with you real quick about some of the little changes we're going to work on this first play for Sunday night, East 88 Reach. Only a couple of minor things. Braden, this is old school for you. Devin, this will be new and overwhelming for you. Um, Holden, this will be a little bit new for you, but nothing you really can't handle. But let me show you what's going to go on here, and I want to talk about these two positions specifically. Now, on this play, remember what we're trying to do. We want this player, the jet back, to come across, get the ball from the quarterback, and he's going to try to run out wide. Our tailback is going to leave early and try to get a hook block to spring us outside. So here's what I need you to understand first. This play is trying to go far outside and fast. It's pretty simple, just let's get around everybody play. Now, the key to the play is really going to be the relationship between the tight end and the wing. So the tight end, you have a couple of things that you could do in this scenario, and it will also be explained on your risk coach. For example, if the defensive end lines up head up on you, at that point, you turn to the wing and you call on. And that on means that a double team is going to be on, where you will step in with your outside foot, engage the defensive end with your head to his inside. The wing is then going to come down and engage that defensive end with his head to the outside. And what we want to have happen is for our tight end and our wing to push this player backwards. Hopefully not down the line of scrimmage, but backwards. Now, that's what we hope will happen. But we don't know where that end will line up. So, if this defensive end lines up here to the inside of the tight end, if that happens, we don't want a double team because it's a waste of players. If he lines up to the inside of the tight end, that tight end calls off. He's telling the wing that there's no double team, that he's got the guy by himself. And that means the tight end down blocks with his head to the outside. And wing, if you're not down blocking, you need to block the number 2 defender from the sideline in. Number 2. How do we find out who the number 2 defender is? Well, we look to the sideline and we count in. This cornerback is the number 1 defender from the sideline in. You don't go and block him. Why not? Because Josh has him. The next player who's in is probably this guy. That's your number 2, and you would go up to block him. Where do you place your head on the block? To his outside. Because remember where the ball carrier is going to be. If you place your head to the inside, he goes around you. Get your head to the outside and just create a wall to seal him off. So, if it's an off call, Holden, that means that you have to go to the number 2 defender. If it's an on call, that means that you and the tight end, which is probably Braden, are double teaming here. Okay, so let me make it a little bit more complicated, Braden, because we're going to put in a new formation this year too. Check this out. We're going to do this Sunday night. We're going to run East Flex 88 Reach. And if we call East Flex, Braden, our tight ends, this is what you do. You go over 5 yards. and you get in a 3-point stance. It will confuse the hell out of everybody because you're still an eligible receiver, but you're a big kid and you're in a 3-point stance, so you look like a lineman. Holden or our wings, you line up as a wing on the tackle. This is our flex formation. Okay, now, on East 88 breach, the blocking for this is actually simpler than it is. Oh, I'm sorry, let me rephrase again. Let me do it again, guys. The blocking for this out of flex is actually simpler than the blocking it is out of just East. For East flex 88 reach, Braden, the tight ends, all you're going to do is block down. That's it. Where does your head go? Your head goes here to the outside. Because remember where we're running the ball. We're running the ball wide. You just have to prevent this player from going in this direction. Wings, what would you do? You're not going to double team. You do what we call a fold block, meaning that as he comes down, you fold over the top of him. Who do you block if you're folding? Same person you would block if you weren't double teaming. The number 2 person from the sideline in. It doesn't change. Where do you put your head? To his outside so that he can't go over top of you. You're going to have to force him to go underneath. And if he goes underneath, that's a really bad angle. And hopefully, whoever our fast jet kid is, he's beaten that. Okay, so in review, for Sunday night, we want to be able to run East strong 88 reach. We want to run it with our double team. That means the tight end in tight. And we want to be able to run it with our flex. That means the tight end out wide. Let me know if you have any questions.